Okay, that ended faster than I imagined. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Blockchain Brunch, where the alpha is fresh, the coffee is strong, and the hiring tea is hot. I'm Emily, the crypto recruiter, and every week we dive into what's happening in the Web3 job market, the trends, the talent, and the truth behind who's actually hiring. Today, we're also going to audit resumes and LinkedIn profiles. So if you are looking for a LinkedIn, actually, this is really tiny. Why is this so tiny? Top corner, there is a logo, not a logo, whatever you want to call it, my handle on Telegram at the Crypto Recruiter. So if you would like your profile to be audited, send me over a message, but I do need permission, written permission to share my screen because we're going to have the audience. But good morning, guys. GM, who's here? Say hello. Let me know. There's a couple trends we're going to talk about today. We're going to let a couple people pile into the room, and we will dive into it because we don't want to miss anything. Really quick, how's the mic, guys? I adjusted the mic. Does it sound any better? Does it sound worse? I feel like it's very loud sometimes. GM. All right. Why don't we just get into it? Let's just get into it. How about we just get into it? So there are three big trends for today. The first is the stablecoin haven. So while Bitcoin is seeing a lot of volatility, stablecoin issuers like Circle and Kraken are the safe harbors for talent. So Kraken's hiring aggressively for their bank chartered services. Let's talk about the AI and Web3 convergence. Coinbase is leading the charge here. They aren't just hiring engineers, they're hiring AI acceleration specialists to automate 50% of their dev work. Good morning, Parv. Hello from North Carolina. Joshua, good. Very good. Very nice. The IPO pipeline. So Circle and Gemini are in the spotlight as they navigate the 2026 IPO window. Founders want to know how to hire IPO-ready executives. So that's legal compliance. These are the executives that they're looking for as they IPO. Oh, good morning, Rocio. Hi, Emily. I love you from Argentina. I love you too. Thank you so much for being here. It's so great to see everybody. I love this. I have so much fun during Blockchain Brunch. I really do. It's so much fun. I get to talk to you guys, but do you guys remember LinkedIn audio events where you could actually come up on stage and have a conversation? It was so much fun. And I was able to shout everybody out. So we had 26 to 100 people in the room, and I'd be like, hi, Kevin and Trevor and Anna Marie and Joe and John. And it was so much fun. But, I guess we're going to have to settle with me yapping on screen. That's fine. It's fine. Good morning, Daria. How are you? Okay. Would anybody like to hear about the research I've done over the week about the 52 jobs that I have found? Jasmine, good morning. Good morning. Let me just show some comments here. Let's just do this really quickly. Comments. All right. Oh, Ola, welcome back. Oh, Hollow. I'm so sorry, Ola. Hollow, it's great to see you. Thanks for letting me know. North Carolina, awesome. Parv, that's you. Joshua, good. Rocio, again, so flattered. Thank you so much. And welcome in. Daria, hello to you too, girlfriend. Jasmine, hello, good morning. And Jesus, GM, I love it. GM. It's interesting. There's a totally different feel on LinkedIn versus Twitter, but I still feel like the vibes are here and rocking. Robert, hello. Good to be back. Robert from Long Island. Congratulations on the move. But super glad to see you here, Robert. Thank you for joining. It looks like StreamYard updated their view a little bit. The logos are popping up differently. We like it. All right, so we've got 10 people in the room. Hello, welcome. For those of you that don't know, my name is Emily. I'm the crypto recruiter. I am one of the first 5 crypto recruiters in the world. I am the first woman to be in crypto recruiting, and I love my job. I love what I do. I love the space. I love the people. I love coming to work in the morning. And if you don't feel that way, we should talk. Anybody can book a call with me. There is a book an appointment link in my LinkedIn header, bio, whatever you want to call it. Book an appointment. It's a group meeting. If you have a question and I haven't responded to your DM, book a meeting. Let's have a conversation. Mike, LFG. I don't want to say it because I don't want to be canceled. Greetings from sunny and warm Chicago. Is it? I have my window closed, but hopefully it is sunny and warm. I'm also in Chicago. Mike, we got to get together. We really do need to get together. All right. So how are we feeling? Anybody interested in going over these jobs? Anybody interested? Let me know if you're interested. I'm happy to go through them, but I'm also happy to do resume audits. So it's kind of whatever you guys are feeling. Great to see more and more so active women. Oh, great to see more and more so active crypto women. Yes, my queen. Absolutely. Let's connect. Book a link in the appointment. Happy to help you answer. Happy to answer any questions that you have. Help set you up for success. I'm not taking private one-on-ones at this time. I do offer them, but they're not free. But I can help in 3 free formats. 1, book a link in my profile. Free conversation. We usually get about 5 to 10 people in the room. If you get your question answered, I think it's totally fine to pop off. But a lot of us have the same question. So I think it's beneficial to stay throughout that hour-long call and make sure you're getting as much information as possible. 2, blockchain brunch. I'm always here every Wednesday, 10:30 Central, here to answer your questions, here to set you up for success, here to just hang out. Peter, good morning. Great to see you. Mohammed, hi, I want to explore jobs in crypto. Okay, so we've got one person that wants to hear about the jobs in crypto. Does anybody else want to hear about the jobs in crypto right now? Also, side note, I just had a director of accounting role open, fully remote. I know I made a post the other day about how RIP remote. You guys had some very strong opinions about that, by the way. Fine with it, but very strong opinions. So I do have a remote director of accounting based in the US. This person needs to be based in the US, crypto accounting role. If you are in the audience and you are a crypto accountant, send me a message, add me on LinkedIn. Let's chat about it. It's really good. It's a really good role. I'm really excited to be working for this company. Interesting. Yeah, if I can help, happy to. All right. Mike, sure. Jobs. Let's go over it. All right, here we go. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. All right. So let's talk about the big tech of crypto, the exchanges and the giants. So these companies are hiring high-level scale and AI integration people as the 2026 bull market matures. So everybody knows Coinbase. They're hiring a senior product manager for tokenization. They are the largest US exchange and the builder of the Base network. Why are they hiring? They're doubling down on bringing RWAs like real estate and bonds on chain, moving beyond just retail trading. Love it. We all know Binance, senior paid growth marketing manager. They are the world's largest exchange by volume, and they are looking to capture market share in high growth regions like Greater China and Southeast Asia by aggressively managing influencer and direct ad spend. Love it. Kraken. Hold on one second. Let me just look at comments. Oh, I love that you guys are here. Thank you. Kraken. We all know Kraken. Remote OTC crypto trader. They are, it's like, do I need to explain these companies? Top tier exchange focused on security and institutional services. Their institutional volume is surging right now. So they need specialized traders to handle massive off exchange block trades for whales and hedge funds. Interesting. XAI, Elon Musk, they're hiring a finance expert, so am I, for crypto. So Elon Musk AI company is now integrating crypto payments and treasury management. Why are they hiring? They're building the financial infrastructure to allow AI agents to hold and spend crypto autonomously. Interesting. We all know Visa. They're hiring a crypto solutions analyst for go-to-market. Global payments giant integrating stablecoins into their network. They are looking to finalize their 2026 strategy for using stablecoins like USDC as a settlement layer for traditional merchants. Am I going to continue to do this every blockchain brunch? Like, am I just going to fumble all over my words? Emily, you've been doing this for 6 years. Get it together. Crypto.com is hiring a finance trust officer, major consumer exchange and institutional trust provider. They're looking to oversee their new US-based trust business, ensuring institutional assets are legally protected under the latest 2026 regulations. Robinhood just purchased one of my favorite clients, WonderFi. just like a PSA. And they're hiring a senior product designer for prediction. So they're a leading retail trading app for stocks and crypto. Why are they hiring? They're launching on-chain prediction markets. So they're betting on event prices. They're trying to compete with platforms like Polymarket. Let me look at the comments. All right. Parv, of course. Love it. Yeah, looking for a new role as a blockchain developer. Fabulous. I support you. Mohammed, I'm a Web3 blockchain enthusiast and I have certificates in blockchain. Let's talk about certificates and then we'll go back to hiring. I think certificates are really important if you don't have any experience. Why? If I am looking at two resumes, and I like to call them resume twins, they have similar experiences, they come from similar companies, and I'm looking at both, and one of them has a crypto certification and the other does not, who do you think I'm calling first? It's the one with the crypto certification. It shows interest, it shows knowledge, it shows passion. So I think certifications are great. And if you're looking for a specific certification, I am not affiliated with this company. I don't get anything from this company, but I really believe, and I've taken myself, the C4 certification. It's called the Certified Bitcoin Professional and the Certified Ethereum Professional. They also have like free hardware wallet courses. And the company is called Crypto Consortium. But if you Google C4 CBP, the cert will come right up. What I like is the educational resources you don't have to pay for. You just have to pay for the certification, but it looks great on a resume. Just saying. So that's how I feel about certifications. I think they're fantastic. And what's the worst that's going to happen? You're going to learn something? What's the worst thing? What's going to happen? The coffee is coffeeing. The coffee is coffeeing. Thank God. All right. Back to jobs. All right. So Gemini, regulated exchange founded by the Winklevoss twins. They're hiring a senior manager for identity and access, looking to build an ultra-secure multi-user access controls for institutional family offices that now hold crypto at Gemini. So that is what we've got going on for the big tech of crypto. Let's talk about the infrastructure, the layer ones and layer twos, the plumbing, if you will. So the focus has shifted from mainnet growth. These chains are now live and need to prove they can scale. So Monad Foundation, Vice President, go-to-market. They are a high-speed EVM blockchain, and they're following their huge mainnet launch. They're hiring senior execs to onboard traditional finance, TradFi institutions. This would be great for, I don't want to like call out names, but like Optimism and Falcon X. Look at Monad. Solana Foundation, the nonprofit supporting the Solana network, are hiring a consumer ecosystem growth lead. So they're trying to shift Solana's focus away from just trading and towards mass market consumer apps. Think social, shopping, and mobile. Consensus, MetaMask. We all know the orange logo. They're hiring a senior product operations manager to streamline the rollout of smart accounts. So they're making wallets so easy, they don't require seed phrases anymore. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm going to skip this company. I don't even know why I documented this company. I do not like this company. Guys, I'm always going to promote companies that I believe in. If I don't believe in a company, I'm not going to promote them. I'm not going to say that they're hiring. I don't have an interest. So the crypto recruiters, I'm looking for a couple things when we're evaluating potential clients. I'm looking for growth opportunities. I'm looking for healthy, stable, well-funded companies. But most importantly, I'm looking for excellent leadership, because you quit a boss, not a job. You know what I mean? So I talk to thousands of people a year. And if I hear more than 3 times that a company is toxic or leadership is not strong or funding is an issue, I just don't feel like I can support that company. So I will never promote them. Jesus, no seed phrase is crazy. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Do you guys remember that influencer that accidentally was streaming and showed his seed phrase on his computer on his screen share? That was funny. I actually maybe I shouldn't share this. I'm going to share this. I have a completely separate computer. I have a completely separate computer for all my crypto. I don't use it for anything other than crypto. I think that's a good idea. And I've also got, my hardware wallet. So, any hoozle, let's go back to jobs. Alchemy hiring a senior. Oh my God, Emily. They're hiring an account executive with Solana focused. They're the AWS of crypto, providing APIs for developers. Solana development is currently the fastest growing sector of the developer market, and they are staffing up to capture it. Caldera is hiring a protocol engineer. They're a platform that lets anyone launch their own rollup. Every big brand now wants to own their blockchain. So Caldera needs engineers to manage this app chain explosion. Zeta Chain, senior BD lead, South Korea. So they're an omnichain L1 that connects all blockchains without bridges. South Korea is one of the most active crypto markets in 2026. So they need a local lead to bridge the culture gap for their chain agnostic tech. Very interesting. All right. So those are the roles that I picked out for infrastructure and layer ones and layer twos. Hold on, my eye is watering. I'm so excited. I'm crying. How incredible is that? Okay. Get it together. Get it together. How many people do we have in the audience? 14. Welcome in, my friends. I'm just going to do this one more time. For those that don't know, hello, my name is Emily. I am the crypto recruiter. I am here to help you set yourself up for success in your job hunt. I am here to help you answer questions, learn about the industry. Today, we're talking about who's hiring and why. Later, we are going to do resume audits, profile reviews, and that's who I am and what I do. So I want to talk about the money side of business right now, DeFi and trading. So institutional DeFi is the 2026 theme. It's less about degen and more about real yield. So Wintermute is hiring an algorithmic trader, top tier algorithmic market maker, and they're hosting a massive 2026 graduate intake to build the next generation of high frequency trading HFT bots for DEXs. Ondo Finance is hiring a AI automation engineer. They are tokenizing RWAs like US treasuries. So they're hiring to build an AI-driven on-ramp that handles the complex legal and document-heavy process of bringing bank assets on-chain. Uniswap is hiring a backend engineer for Unichain. They're the world's largest DEX, now launching its own chain. They're building Unichain from the ground up to make DeFi trades instant and nearly free. All right, hold on. Here we go. Hold on. Hang in there. You know who I would love to be sponsored by? Trade Coffee. Let's just do a quick shout out to Trade Coffee. You basically can try a different coffee every month and they just ship it to you. And when you find the coffee that you love, you can buy it in like 2-pound bags. So I found this, it's like, who is it by? It's Huck, and it's all around the nation. And it's Huck Roastery in Denver. And it's called Blue Orchid Blend. And anybody that tries this coffee is like, Emily, it's the best coffee I've ever had. I agree. So anyway, moving on. Ave, senior smart contract engineer. What do? They're the leading decentralized lending protocol. So they're hiring to build V4 of their protocol, which will integrate cross-chain liquidity, allowing you to borrow on one chain and spend on another. Jump Crypto, based in Chicago, full-time crypto researcher. So they're the crypto arm of global trading. Trading giant Jump Trading, Jump Crypto. So they're looking to research deep mathematics behind MEV and to stay ahead of trading bots. And then Franklin Templeton, head of digital asset strategy. They are $1 trillion asset manager moving heavily into DeFi. Why? They want to build their own internal blockchain infrastructure for tokenized mutual funds. Vishal, hope coffee taste is awesome. It is awesome. It's the best coffee I've ever had. Seriously. Hold on. Best coffee I've ever had. And I don't drink like a ton of coffee, but I'll have my 2 cups every day, and it's wonderful. Love it. Love it. All right, back to jobs. So that's what I've got for DeFi and trading, the money side of the business of crypto. Is anybody interested in security, legal, and compliance, the most stable hiring sector in 2026? These are for people that have law or data degrees. This is your gold mine. Anybody interested in talking about these roles? And then after compliance, we've got the gaming and the startups. So someone mentioned that they were looking for startups. I was only able to identify 3 interesting startup jobs. A lot of these companies are hiring quietly. So they're hiring through their network, which I think is really interesting. And honestly, the easiest way to get a job, right? You already have a relationship. They already know that you're great. They already know what you're capable of. The easiest way to find a job is through somebody you know. Your network is your net worth. I hate to say it, but it is true. All right, let me just check to make sure I'm not missing anything. Nope. Okay, great. Gotta love it. Oh, let me take this down. Whoops. Okay. Back to security, legal, and compliance. So TRM is hiring a global investigator for national security. They're providing blockchain analytics to law enforcement and bank. So why are they hiring for this role? They want to help the US government track state-sponsored hacking groups and terrorist financing on-chain. I'm looking for a blockchain position, can connect if someone interesting. Samir, that is why we are here, to connect and network and talk about our pain points. Certic is hiring a blockchain security expert for their AI track. So they're the largest security auditor in crypto. They're building AI auditors that can find bugs in code instantly rather than waiting weeks for a human audit. Love that for the business, hate that for jobs. We'll cross that bridge later. Chainalysis is hiring a cybercrime investigator, industry standard for on-chain investigative software. Why are they hiring? To support their government solutions wing as more countries launch official crypto tracking task force. Let's answer this question. Hello, Emily. When it says fully remote USA or remote USA based, what am I doing? What exactly means regarding residence and nationality? I mean, if I'm an EU citizen living in Europe, can I apply to be hired or not? Great question. So that usually means that the company is hiring out of the US and they would like candidates to be local to the US. This is a great question and a big concern for a lot of people. There are remote and global opportunities. I think the challenge that we're running into with companies is they have hired in such a distributed manner that time zones have become really tricky, right? So when you are working on a project, plan A is complete or phase A is complete. Now you've got to move to phase B, but the team for phase B is not online right now. It just slows things down. So I think companies are keeping jobs within the same time zone and sometimes within the same country because it's easier for legal and compliance. It's easier for offsites. And there's a lot of companies that are doing return to office. Hate that, but that's where we're at. Hope that helps, Hollow. And thank you for your comment. Guys, throw your questions in. You need anything, I am here to help. Fireblocks, senior security architect. They are the infrastructure banks use to store and move crypto. They just hit a massive 550% growth in institutional clients who need custom vault setups. And then Ramp Network is hiring a head of risk. They are the leading on-ramp service, changing fiat to crypto. And they are hiring as they scale to millions of new users. They need someone to manage the fraud and chargeback risks that come with credit card crypto purchases. Really interesting that that's an option. Because I know I charge back on cards sometimes, frequently. But listen, if a company's not going to give you your money back and they don't provide the service that is needed, I'm going to charge back. I don't understand. Entry level or junior positions available. Pablo, we are going through some of the jobs right now. Let's go through gaming, social, and creative. So the focus has moved from play to earn, that games are actually fun, right? I love that. Immutable is hiring a senior business development manager for the Americas. They are the leading L2 for gaming on ETH, and they are signing deals with AAA game studio like Ubisoft to bring NFT skins to mainstream games. Ava Labs is hiring a senior Web3 solutions architect for gaming. They're the teams behind Avalanche Network, and they're looking to build subnets, private chains, specifically for gaming companies that want 100% control over their games economy. Yuga Labs is hiring a creative director. They're the creators of Bored Ape Yacht Club and Other Side. They're pivoting to become a media house to produce high-end automation and cinematic content for their brand. Emily, you got this. Tonic Inc. is hiring a senior front-end engineer for Web3 games. They're a studio focused on aesthetic-first gaming and NFT infrastructure. Why are they hiring? They want to build beautiful, immersive interfaces that make people forget they're interacting with a blockchain. All right. For those, my friends, that are looking for the startups and the niche roles, I like to call them the hidden gems. I've got 3 for you that I was able to find. I am going to butcher this name. Ergonia. Marketing leads, Solana DEX. So they're building a high-speed perpetual trading on Solana. Perpetuals are the most profitable niche in DeFi right now, and they need a marketing lead to lure traders away from centralized exchanges. Story Protocol is hiring a Web3 community architect. They recently raised $80 million to build the IP layer of the internet. So why are they hiring? To help creators manage their royalty rights on chain so they don't get AI scraped without getting paid. Puffer Finance, they're hiring a marketing lead. They are the leader in Ethereum restaking. Oh my God, restaking. They're hiring to differentiate their brand from giants like Lido as they launch their native token and governance. Deep breath, deep exhale. Those are the jobs that I was able to find this week for you. None of these are my clients. These are not people that I support currently. I don't get anything out of this. I just want to bring value to you guys, right? Listen, if I can help you find a job, fantastic. If you can help you find a job, fantastic. Mission accomplished, right? The goal is to get you into crypto. I'm involved in a case study for a role dealing with credit card chargebacks, which are money laundering and are fraud red flags. Here. Daria, I'm interested in community architect. Beautiful. I think they have the role posted on their website. Go find it and apply. Does anybody, what are we looking on time here? 10:57. Okay. Does anybody want help with their resume or their LinkedIn profile? This is a good part in the show where we can talk more about that. LinkedIn profile or resume, I just need your permission to share the screen so we can really tear it apart. And when I say tear it apart, I don't mean tear it apart. I just mean we want to diagnose what maybe we can do to improve your profile, improve your resume, to increase your chances of getting more interviews, more calls, more recruiter reach outs. I also host these as private conversations. They're not free. Again, I can help in 3 free formats. Link in my bio, book an appointment. It's a group call. I think it's really beneficial that it's a group call because then you get to hear other people's challenges and it kind of will spark your, it'll help, right? To understand where other people are struggling as well. Blockchain Brunch, these 10:30 Central every Wednesday. We go over who's hiring, why they're hiring, and we do resume audits and answer general questions. Daria, perfect. Do you want me to review your LinkedIn profile or your resume? Jesus, do you mind tearing my profile apart? It would be my pleasure. LinkedIn user, LinkedIn, you had messaged you on Telegram. Parv, okay, do you want LinkedIn or do you want resume? Let me pop open Telegram. Hold on. Let's start with Jesus because Daria, I need to know if you want your LinkedIn profile or your resume. So Jesus, give me let's pop this bad boy open. Ooh, you're in Chicago. Hello, my friend. Hold on, I've got to close some stuffs. Will this close if I close that? Okay. Daria said my profile, please. Beautiful. Hold on one second, guys. You would think I would be able just sharing my screen. I would know how to do it. I've been doing this for 6 years. Okay. Emily, come on. Share screen. There we go. Application window. Share. Head to stage. All right. Jesus. So, wait, hold on. Hold on. Let me try this again. Stop share. Share screen. Opera tab better. Okay. Yes, perfect. Now you don't have to see all my bookmarks, which are just ridiculous. Okay, here we go. Jesus. Uh, a full stack software engineer, React, TypeScript, Python, open source contributor. I love it. This is telling me who you are, what skills you have, and what you do. I think what would be even better is if you had the word crypto blockchain up here, right? So one of the things, and I can't show you, but when you send someone a connection request, all they see is the first 5 words of your tagline. That's all they see, right? So you want to make sure that when you're sending that connection request, you're giving them a reason to connect back with you, and you don't want to send a note. When you send a note, you're giving them your ask. Does that make sense? Like you're saying, hey, I want to talk to you about this job. Hey, I'd like to network with you. It's all about you, right? Usually. And then they're deciding based off your note, your picture, your tagline, if they want to connect with you rather than your profile. So I wouldn't send a note. Let's keep going. Full stack software engineer. Let me zoom in a little bit. There we go. That's better. Full stack software engineer based in Chicago. I think you can get rid of Illinois. Whoop. With experience building and maintaining internal tools. You need an extra space right here, my friend. Let me just move this over. Hold on so I can see it better. I've worked with React and also enjoy using the okay. So make sure we've got some spacing here. I think just breaking this out into bullet points would make it easier to read. Big chunks of text are tough. So break that out. All right. So wonderful. I'm glad to see that you're contributing. So number 1, you want to make sure this is all present tense because you are currently in the role. Career break, took time off to care for a family member. Okay, this is totally fine, and it's honest. New era window. Do they have a LinkedIn page? If they have a LinkedIn page, tag it so it looks more complete. But what you did here was you did provided, automated. This is really good, right? You've got metrics and numbers. I did this and it resulted. I did this. It resulted in this. Contract part-time engagement along other full-time roles. Totally fine. Here's what's interesting. Skills. So how LinkedIn works is on the back end, I can search keywords. I wish I could show you, but it'll show profiles that I can't show on screen. But basically, if I were looking for like HTML, Python, and developer, any profile that had those 3 words would come up in a list. Those that had the most of the same keyword, they come up first. What's interesting is LinkedIn also pulls from the skills section. So you have HTML here. You also are going to have HTML in this list because you have it as a skill. So now you've added HTML twice. If you were to add HTML underneath this company, now you'd have it 3 times. So this is a quick little LinkedIn hack. Purchasing. Okay. So as a recruiter and I see the word purchasing, I don't know what that means, right? So if purchasing was literally your title, use a little parenthesis and put like, again, I don't know, it could be vendor manager, right? Purchasing parentheses vendor manager. You are not claiming this as your title. You are educating the reader, right? Especially in Web3. Web3 companies have the craziest titles for random things. Sometimes it doesn't make any sense. So it's okay to put a parentheses to normalize the title. Software engineer, beautiful. Built responsive, REST APIs, created data processing. There we go. Reduced data entry times by 10 hours per week for warehouse employees. Mwah, love it. And again, you've got the skills here. Very important. Projects, beautiful. Skills. Do you know that you can pick the top 2 skills that you want here? So if you wanted to my internet, man, I'm telling you, like, Xfinity, do better. Wait a second. Am I not even sharing anymore? Hold on. Why is this not showing on the screen? Un momento, please bear with me. Refresh this. Technologia. Okay, it is sharing. Okay, sorry, excuse me. Be right back. So one of the challenges I think you're going to run into, Jesus, is you only have 13 connections. So the problem is this sends a couple signals. One, it could mean you're a fake profile, especially because this isn't a picture of you. Two, it means you don't know a lot of people. We got to beef that up. So you want 501 connections because then it says 500 plus connections. That's going to make you seem like more of a real profile. Number two, I think since you have such, I don't want to call it little experience, but you're still learning, you're still growing. I think a recommendation on your LinkedIn profile could be really helpful, right? It's going to validate, hey, one, Jesus, real person, real profile. Why, LinkedIn? Why? Go back. Thank you. It's going to validate that you're a real profile. It's going to validate that you did a good job. So you want 500. Can you just get it together, LinkedIn? Thank you so much. Oh my God, this is so frustrating. It's fine. Hold on. Let me try to do this. So, Jesus, was that helpful? Michael, my Xfinity is sketchy as well. Bro. Like, what even is this? Okay, Daria. Let's move on to Daria. Copy. Paste. Uno momento. Thank you for the validation that it was still on. All right. Thank you for your permission to share your profile. Share screen, Opera tab. Shaw. All righty. Here we go. Hold on. Let me make it a little bigger. Let me move this. Let me zoom in. Nope, that doesn't matter. Okay. Daria, beautiful. Love your banner photo. This educates me immediately. You're in DPIN, you're in AI, you are in crypto. We've got 3 mutual connections. Beautiful. But only 36. We've got to work on that. Beautiful. I am so happy, Jesus. Let's get cracking on your profile edits immediately. Community operations infrastructure for high growth platforms, 3 years autonomous system, 90% tier 1 resolution, Web3 fintech gaming. I think this is great. Community operations infrastructure for high growth platforms. Love it. Absolutely love it. I build autonomous community operations. Okay, so here's a space. Missing a space. Wow. Okay. Got an M dash here. Let's build that out. So this is like a lot. I'm noticing quite a couple, like, not that, but like I'm assuming you used AI for this. We want to break this out into bullet points. Maybe you just copy and pasted and it didn't format correctly, but we need to break this bad boy out. So we can have this right here and then this down, bullet point that out. But here's what I like about this. You have a ton of keywords in your bio. This is a bio. You have a ton of keywords: Web3, DeepIn, DeFi, GameFi, TON ecosystem, fintech, gaming. This is great. And then you also have your top skills up here. Jesus, this is something I forgot to mention. So this is really great. Top skills, important, featured, beautiful. That's always good. You want to be active on LinkedIn, guys. And the thing is LinkedIn is not a popularity contest. It is to stay top of mind. It is not to get likes. It is not to be an influencer. It is to stay top of mind. The more you post, the more people are going to see your posts. The more someone is familiar with your profile, the more likely they're going to be like, community operations. I wonder if Daria would be interested. That would be my feedback there. All right. Director of Community Operations. Present. Okay. Make sure it's in present tense. Key accomplishments, beautiful. Key impact, I love this, right? Companies want to know where you're going to make an impact, right? They don't just hire people to hire people, they hire people to get stuff done. So if you can tell people, here's where I made an impact, perfect. Notable achievements, beautiful. I love this. This is a great profile. Yeah, I think this is great. Specialization, keyword, keyword, keyword. And then you've got the skills, beautiful. IoTex, community manager. I think this is absolutely beautiful. I might even use this as like a template for other people, honestly. Like this is do this. I mean, really built out, really well organized. It's easy to read, easy to understand. Chef's kiss, great job. Same. Wow. So easy. So nice. This is like such a nice break on my eyes as well. Now, here is one thing I will say. You really only want to go back 10 years on a resume. Daria, do you ever want to be a legal consultant again? I'm willing to guess no, because now you're in crypto. Do you ever want to be a call center operations again? I'm willing to bet no. So let's just take these off your resume. Totally fine. Totally fine to take them off your resume. We've got our education. Let's take our dates of education off your profile. That's going to tell people basically how old you are. I see here, master's in law. Okay, so then it makes sense to keep the legal compliance on. We've got volunteering, beautiful. Skills, beautiful. Just remember, you can organize these. And we've got recommendations. Fabulous. And 7 of them. Awesome. I think that's great. Arabic, English, 7 languages. Look at you, girl. Beautiful. Very impressive. So Daria, overall, I think this is a great profile. The one thing I would say is take the open to work banner off your LinkedIn. The reason why is when you have open to work banner, it is what signal does it send? And it sends the signal that something went wrong, that Daria has to like blast to the world that she's looking for a job. I hate to say it, but it is true. Parv, still on. Thank you so much. I was actually just about to ask. I'm pulling up Telegram. Oh, that was 6 minutes ago. Sorry. Hold on one second. Let me bring this over here. Is my LinkedIn like bugging here? Like, what's happening? Hope you guys were able to see that because my live is still on Jesus. Is it just frozen? Oh. Excuse me. Hold on one second, guys. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're fine. Everything is fine. Oh, Daria, you're very welcome. I really do think your profile is like beautiful and very well put together. So great job on that. Parv, let's move to you, my friend. Un momento. We're going to share the screen. I'm going to pretend like I've never done it before. Alrighty, dighty. Here we go. Parv. Hello, my friend. Welcome. All right. COO at Clink Gold. Love it. Tells me who you are, what you do. 125 mutual connections. Fabulous. There are some people where I have like, you know, that are in crypto heavily and I have like no mutual connections with them. And it's kind of like, why? So I love this. Keep that up. Beautiful. Current X. Oh, that's cute. Web3 payments. Do 14 years. Perfect. I mean, this is clear. It's direct. It's telling me exactly what you do and who you are. The only thing I will say is because it is so direct, you may want to add in a little bit about your personality here. Just something not necessarily fluffy, but this is very direct. However, if that is your personality, leave it. Okay. Something. Oh, I forgot to mention, guys. Sorry. Have a sentence about what the company does. This adds keywords and it also educates the reader about what you do, right? So if I didn't know Clink Gold, which I don't, I apologize. As a recruiter, I have to click right here, and then I have to look here, and then I have to click here. That's 2 clicks that you're eliminating had you just put a sentence about what the company did. And again, that adds more keywords for you, so it's beneficial. Okay. So interesting. It's not bad, but kind of think about Daria's profile. Like, you've got a lot of what you did, but not a lot of results here. I love that you've got a media attached. That's really smart. Just add something else to click on. Yanev, welcome. Hello, everybody. All right, Chair of Technology Innovation Committee, Chief Architect. Again, I think we need like where you made an impact, right? So a lot of people aren't going to understand what a chief architect is. So we've really got to drill down. So when you said onboarding team, what team? Did you recruit them directly? Creating pitch deck, these are basic. I just feel like someone at your level, it could be a little more high level. Vice President, responsible growth ecosystem. Great. Global growth ecosystem. Talk to me about some numbers. Again, love the media. Love the skills here. Implemented strategic growth, right? You're no longer in that position. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just blown away by Daria's profile. I just want everybody's profile to look like Daria's. So again, like good information, but not enough results. Lead generation, using what tools? Simulation customization, contract negotiation, what kind of contracts? Customization of client input on new simulation criterion on live with FCC, Rodak. Okay, so I think the problem that you're going to run into is, let's talk about our audience for a second. I'm going to stop sharing. Let's talk about our audience. Who are the people reading our resumes? Who are the people searching for our resumes? These tend to be junior recruiters, HR coordinators. They're very rarely HR or the hiring manager. So what does that mean? These are the people making, $8 to $15 an hour to flip through resumes all day long. If they can't understand your resume, they're just going to flip to the next resume. So my suggestion is having 2 profiles, 2 resumes. Have a resume that is, in more layman's terms, that really builds out what you do, and then have a higher level resume. You know how when you have an interview, you get a calendar invite? I want you to reply to that calendar invite, because someone's email is on it, and say, hey, Joe Schmo, really looking forward to our interview tomorrow. I've been doing a lot of research on the crypto recruiters. Congratulations on being one of the first 5 crypto recruiting firms in the world. Wanted to attach an updated version of my resume. I'll see you tomorrow at 1. Gets in there the high level resume, right? That's more impressive to executives. Just some feedback there. I'm going to reshare. Add to stage. Is anybody having fun? I'm having a lot of fun. Education. Take your dates off. This is going to tell people how old you are. License certifications. Beautiful. Volunteering. I love that. Skills. Just remember, you can organize these. So like my top skill is recruiting in crypto. Recommendations. Mwah, love it. These are important, right? This shows that you did a great job, that someone's willing to vouch for you, and you're a real profile. There are so many fake profiles out there right now. Honors and awards, love it. Languages, beautiful. Now, make sure that if you're applying in a specific region, that's the language that is listed. So if you're applying in the USA, you want English to be at the top. Parv, was that helpful? All right, guys, we are running short on time. I'm so sorry. Up next, I have one of my free meetings, my free group meetings. So if you would like to participate, if you have specific questions, you have a pain point that needs to be addressed, go ahead, top of my profile, book an appointment. I am very glad to meet you. I cannot do private one-on-ones with 50,000 people. It's just impossible. I got an email from Trade Coffee. It's just impossible. I have a job to do, but I try to give as much back as I can. I try to set you up for success as best as I can, and you're going to have positive results. Not even fun. Your opinion is valuable. Very happy. Thank you for saying so. I just want to make an impact, right? If I can help you find a job, fabulous. If you can help you find a job, fabulous. Mission accomplished. So everybody, I will be back here next Wednesday with a fresh set of jobs. I'll do research throughout the week to find who's hiring and why they're hiring. We will also do more resume audits. Let's hope Xfinity gets their shit together. It was great to see you all. Thank you so much for coming. I'll see you next week.